So I do this thing when I'm going to sleep, and it's thought meditation. It's where I lay really still and I just concentrate on my thoughts. And the other day, I went to bed kind of early because I was at a point where I was like, screw this day. And so I took my nighttime medications, laid down, started my thought meditation. And lately I've been going through this thing of wondering if I'm fighting a losing battle. And like my heart and my gut are in agreement of things, but there's a battle in my head between hope, the cynic, and the devil's advocate. If I want to name out the feelings, of course, the cynic is pointing out facts. Hope and Dippy Dippy's pretty much with heart and gut. Like, because I separated Hope from Dippy, because Dippy's just kind of girl. Hope is like, hey, you may not be fighting a losing battle. Like, sometimes things that are worth having have to be worked extra hard for. And you won't know if you don't work for it. There's a chance that you're not fighting a losing battle. There's a chance that you're fighting for what you want, and that you have to fight for what you want. Because sometimes they say, you have to work extra hard to get where you want to be sometimes. Like, things are not just given to you. So sometimes the best things in the world for you, you're going to have to sacrifice and work really hard. So Hope is like, this may not be a losing battle. And the cynic's just stating facts. Devil's advocate's like, yeah, it may not be, like Hope says, and it might be a losing battle, but what else she got going on? May as well. You've been fighting this long, may as well keep on pushing forward, And then there's songs going through my head. Certain things, or certain phrases that if he wanted to, he would. Or if they wanted to, they would. Then, of course, there's a little bit of like resentment or anger or whatever, and being like, I'm putting forth all this freaking effort. What effort are they putting forth? Where's their effort? So like, all of this is going on in my head. And then I get a phone call. And at the end of the phone call, the war was over in my head. Head was matched up with heart and gut. And I went to bed with just a couple of words in my head. He said this. And then I found out that they don't remember the phone call. Because, see, I forgot that they would have been a few beers in and have a sleeping pill on top of that. And unlike some people, when they say, oh, well, people tell the truth when they're drunk or really mad, I don't buy that. Because I know that when I get really, really mad, I go for the kill. Not for my opinion. Because how I feel doesn't freaking matter. If I'm hurt and I get the big feels of anger, I'm going to do what my mother taught me, which I've always been so much better at, and thankfully have not used a whole lot in my life. But see, I know how I feel or what I think isn't going to hurt them. And when I get mad, when somebody's made me mad, I'm going to hit them where it hurts. Their biggest insecurity. Because I want them to feel what I feel. And that's just one of those, like, I don't want to hurt anybody, so I don't like getting mad because I don't want to do that, and you can't take back what you've said. So I have this conversation in my head, and then of course I kind of figured that out before the person said they don't remember the phone call, when yesterday was radio silence. I was like, okay. And it all reminds me of, there's a person I know who I've known most of my life. And there have been times that I knew that person was into me, and I have never been into them. They were friend zoned because I've known them so long. They've been friend zoned. And this person gets drunk, like tore up drunk. The person I talked to on Saturday does not get tore up drunk. But this person gets, like, we're talking, hits the rum hard. And so a lot of times they'll just be texting me, and then I'll start to see things go a certain way. I'll start to recognize that they're kind of going some way, or he'll start to, like, not really make sense. So I'll say, hey, call me. And so when they call me, there's a lot of stuff that they say that I know if they knew that they had said those things to me, they would probably never talk to me again for the sheer embarrassment of it. So that's a secret I keep. A secret of this person that I've known most of my life telling me how much they love me and what they would like to do with me. And I'm just, like, icked out, but at the same time glad that they won't know that they said those things, because those are things that they would not say around. Like, this is conversation that does not happen when we're around each other. And I kind of know that when he's drinking, that at a certain point, like at 3 a.m., he's going to say some shit he shouldn't say. He's going to tell me some things that he would never tell anybody, and he would not want anybody to know. So I kind of get him off of the texting really quick, because like, if I go to bed, if I'm like, hey man, I'm about to pass out, I'll wake up in the morning and see on the messages, message deleted, message deleted, message deleted. Like, I'll see a whole thing of message deleted. So a part of me is like, what did he say? And then another part of me is like, I've got enough in my head that makes me go ick that I don't need to know. But I know that he was probably going, oh, thank God she ain't seen these. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. You'd think that'd tell somebody not to drink anymore. But at the same time, like I knew that this person was on the, you add a sleeping pill to alcohol, and you're liable to say anything. And I feel kind of bad that, it was great that I fell asleep at peace. But at the same time, it's like, why can't I have that? Why does a person have to be fucked up to say it? Like, is that how they really feel? And I can't ask. Because then I'd be putting them on the spot. I can't tell them what they said. And I just feel stupid because I wanted to believe it. but actions speak louder than words.